Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Behind the Lens with Carol and Prash, where, as always, we strive to bring you timely and topical insights in a box. Today, we want to talk about re-entry anxiety. Yes, it wasn't just the astronauts and the spacemen who used to experience this on their way back down to planet Earth, but all of us going back from our remote work styles to terra firma. The reality sets in for many of us. No matter what stage or phase of lockdown or restrictions we're in, re-entry anxiety is happening. It's real. It's here. Let's talk about it. Carol.
Yes, I think that it's important to think about what actually is re-entry anxiety. It is actually when you go back to when you're the fear of going back to what was an old routine. So if you think about it, our fear at one time was going back to the workplace. Well, now that's all of a sudden become a reality again for us because we're talking about that. And so therefore, do we feel re-entry anxiety? Well, I can say yes, we really, really do. Whether it's actually going on the train, the bus, or going into a crowded shop, going to a crowded street, or going into a crowded workplace. Although there may be, isolation areas, and we accept that. But nevertheless, it's very difficult for us to actually manage that for ourselves. And it's also very difficult for managers to actually manage the situation as well.
Carol, what can we do about this? Because this is affecting so many different people, whether you're a big business, you're part of a big business, or you run your own business, or you're a SME. This is happening for so many ranges of organizations. What can we do?
I think the first thing is to accept that it's not unusual. It's not peculiar for you to look out the window and think, actually, I don't want to go anywhere. That's not strange. Number two, take it one step at a time. Don't rush. Don't think you're just going to get onto a train or a bus. It's going to be very easy, or go back into the workplace. And number three, if you are a manager managing people, then you need to know that it's very different for everybody. Some people will want to bounce back because they miss it terribly. They miss the workplace terribly. And other people will say, actually, do you know something? I'm not quite so sure if I want to do that. So whether you are an individual or somebody who is an individual with a team of people, just to be aware, everybody is different.
Indeed. And that really nicely segues to three tips that I'd like to share with all of you as well. To add to Carol, everybody is different, which is why we can harness the power of micro adaptations. Let me say that again, harnessing the power of micro adaptations to your routine or your activities to build that capacity and resilience back. Simple examples: wake up 15 minutes earlier, work or add value to your day job or your business by spending an extra half an hour. Add value, do something extra and over and above your remit. Put that extra hour in, make those extra sales calls, knock on those extra doors, metaphorically speaking, but go the extra mile. Start flexing and practicing that capability. Thirdly, exercise. Make mental and physical a non-negotiable in your life, because what happens is that will build your capacity to be able to handle that re-entry and smooth that journey back in to that new normal that we have. Secondly, cultivate an old or a new habit or a hobby to benefit from. Three quick benefits. Number one, you'll be building your confidence, and that will transfer to your re-entry. Secondly, you'll have neural and cognitive skills transfer. What you learn here will be able to mysteriously almost be applied to what you're doing in your work. It will transfer in its own way. And thirdly, innovation towards problem solving and idea generation. Who doesn't want a bit of that? Last but not least, don't do it alone. Find somebody to talk or walk with, exercise with. Schedule in some online co-working sessions where you have an open bridge, where you can share ideas with a colleague, right? And just good quality company. And lastly, it also encourages accountability for better task adherence. Carol, last words.
I think my last word is that if you're managing a team, just to be aware, as we said, that everyone's different. Some people thoroughly enjoy working from home. They've got the right place set up for them, right desk table. Not everybody has. Some people have company, some people don't. Accept and value those differences. And what's going to be key is how you communicate. Communicate, communicate, communicate. But there can be nothing more important. And to be sensitive as well, because the person that you saw last, maybe a year or so ago in the workplace, they may be different to how they were. They may have lost a loved one, we don't know. So I think the most important thing is have sensitivity, have empathy, and to communicate.
Timeless wisdom which applies at any time, at any level of leadership or wherever you are. Thank you, Carol, as always. Folks, we hope you found that beneficial. As always, reach out to us if you would like that support for coaching and training in these areas to help you or your team or organization bring themselves back and enter the new normal. Reach out. We'd be more than happy to discuss and see how we can work with you. That's it from us. Take care. Bye for now.